Welcome to Nerdy as Fuck. Today, we are breaking down from Season 4, Episode 7 trailer. If you watched our last video, we did a full review and breakdown of Episode 6. It was very fun, lots of theories, and this trailer gives us even more details. So we're gonna get right into it.
What is it? Do you hear that?
First shot of the trailer, Jade and Henry are in the bar. Sophia's no longer around. I guess she just slipped him some blood and then dipped out. And it looks like Henry is having a rough time. Maybe Tanner was right. You know, we're getting a little bit of messery with the brain from the blood that he drank last episode.
Yeah, I'm thinking Tanner's right.
I agree.
It's a pretty safe bet. Safe bet to be on my side. Henry is ripping balls. He is going to get more and more paranoid until he starts going to town. And I hope it's not another shooting spree. We've gotten a couple of those already. For a place that locks up its guns, it doesn't seem to do a good job of locking up its guns.
It is America, you know, so only has so much.
or is it Newfoundland?
Oh yeah, it could be Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
I'm wondering what he is flashing to, because you hear that beep in the background and the light on him almost looks like a hospital overhead light.
It does.
So I'm wondering if it's flashing back to maybe some sort of surgery he got, or I don't know if it's all a dream. Maybe he thinks that he's on an operating table or something like that.
Yeah, he's probably having he's probably suffering from illusions.
Yeah.
Magical blood illusions.
Yeah, she's going to make him think something that's obviously not true, but then he's going to go nuts and then start spewing all that shit to everybody and it'll get crazy.
Right. I
He's gonna
agree.
get crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. I was even thinking like the hospital noise, like if he goes back to like Victor's birth.
Yeah.
Louise, like we don't really know what if like he came in and something happened or something was wrong or something happened with the baby that we just don't know about. That's what I thought of, because he always goes back to the kids, right? With, you know, and Kui and all that. So I figured, I'm like, I wonder if it's gonna be like a hospital flashback of when one of the, either Eloise or Victor was born.
Or do you think they had a third child like Tabitha and Jim and they had lost it? Because I kind of believe that, like, and we've talked about this before, that Tabitha always has a boy and a girl in each life. So now we know she lost Thomas basically because of fate. That's just how it has to go. So what if the same thing happened to them?
Good catch. I just want to say that if the man in yellow is doing the whole it's a dream thing for a second time in 40 years, kind of lazy. Kind of super lazy. Change up, feed Henry some blood and be like, have you ever heard of Jumanji? What if we're all in a board game?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I was going to say that.
Sure.
Exactly.
If it worked on Abby, Iron Abby, you know, Henry's a soft little bitch. He's obviously going to get got.
Explain to me why you don't have an eye.
We are all being tested.
Part of your test is getting mutilated.
There is a truth behind all of this.
I would be rocking an eye patch if I was him.
Yeah, Elgin really needs to makeshift something.
Well, again,
I'm sick of looking at that thing.
Yeah, and also behind the scenes thing, wouldn't it just be easier for the makeup department to throw an eye patch on him than create a whole
Just a bandage?
Yeah.
instead of
Right,
creating
a
like a
bandage
whole
too.
prosthetic? Yeah, they could probably even filter in some mesh there so he get like some kind of field of depth through the eye patch instead of just being like, put this on your face. Oh, okay.
I mean, they only take like, what, 5 to 10 minutes to put on Julie's wig, so they got a ton of time to build an eye patch.
If that, I mean, they might not even. That shit don't look
If
that
that.
good. Yeah. I think it's I didn't realize that she doesn't know about what happened to him.
Right.
No
Like,
one knows.
I never thought
so.
about
This
that.
is actually pretty interesting, because we have Elgin finally being confronted on this, right? And it doesn't look like he's going to break immediately, but it has a lot of implications, I guess, later on if Elgin inevitably does break and tells everybody what Boyd did, especially since it looks like Boyd's probably going to gear up to move people into the tunnels and try to go on the attack. I'm wondering if that'll be the straw that breaks the Boyd back in the town, where he is no longer like in a position, like a sheriff position, and people trust him, and that he's like trying to make good decisions to get them home. Maybe people kind of think that he might be drunk with power.
I do think Elgin would open up to Julie though, because they're friends. So I think he would tell her for sure.
They did the whole Polaroid thing while they were
The
high.
dressing
Forgot
up.
about
Yeah,
that.
they got high together.
Yeah.
So I feel like he might open up to her if she opens up to him first.
Do you think they'll feed off each other? You know, like when somebody tells somebody something and then you're like, yeah, and this person was trying to hold me back, and they're like, real? That guy was trying to hold you back, and like they kind of like your friend like amps you up and you guys like get kind of angrier and angrier as you're like retelling the story and like bringing things in. You know how kids are. So I'm wondering if they'll start like feeding off of each other and get amped up and kind of go against Boyd. I definitely think that's a possibility, like you said. Like, I feel like Christy's leg is taking for fucking ever to heal, and everybody else that's in Colony House heals like this. What the hell's the deal with that?
That is something. That? Yeah.
I think she's being punished for slow healing because of that haircut. Like, that's it. That's the only answer.
I could see it being a story beat where Christy's going to have to run and she won't be able to get away. That's why they're kind of keeping her crippled a little bit. Elgin saying that everything's a test, you know, and there's a truth behind all of it. I think Elgin's one of those people, especially off the bus, and I guess from the original cast or the original crew, that has a deep understanding of the town, even though he doesn't realize what he's understanding. I think he just intuits a lot of what is going on and understands that this is a test in a certain way. He doesn't really know what the test is or what it's trying to get at, but there's like a truth behind the test, and it's actually for a purpose. Yeah, still haven't gotten back to the him knowing the town before he got there. So,
and knowing about the Brundles, like he was also looking for water like Ethan is now.
He was, yeah.
And they kind of dropped that whole storyline. So I wonder if he actually finds out what Ethan is doing, if he'll be, you know, if that'll trigger something.
They work together. Yeah, that would be cool.
I'd love to see them actually like talk and work together.
When your enemy threatens, tries to scare you, that means they are scared of you.
The next up, we have Boyd breaking down to everyone in Colony House, kind of probably what they found in the basement, that they have a chance to maybe take the fight to the monsters instead of always having the fight brought to them. And he says, if your enemy is trying to scare you, chances are they're actually afraid of you, which is a pretty good line. You know, it's kind of like spiders. They're more afraid of you than you are of them, even though I'm terrified of them. So we have that final shot of Fatima. I think she is over Boyd. That's what it looks like.
Or they're calling her out on her weird golem shit, and she's just like,
I think she wanted to show people the golem and like talk about it now. Like, I think she's getting confidence out, especially after sharing with Ellis, and now that it's complete. And I think she might have told that to Boyd, and Boyd's like, yeah, no, I'm going to give him a speech first. We'll talk about that later. And then she hears it, and I'm with Xander. Like, she's like, what the fuck?
I don't know if I don't know. I would not be on Team Fatima with that. If she came down like, guys, I figured out the solution. I made a giant mud monster upstairs. It leaked through the ceiling, but don't worry. This is the problem solver. But yeah, what was that, Boyd? What are we doing? Tunnels?
Yeah.
Hey, weren't you pregnant last week? What the fuck happened with that?
What's going on?
Are we going to talk about that?
Any other pertinent information anyone would like to share? Maybe giant killer dolls? Maybe rebirth of some type? Anyone else see anything? Jade was tripping balls, I hear. Care to share that? I could only imagine the background characters are either just like living a normal life, getting water from the well, going back, sitting around and having a normal dinner once in a while, hearing the main characters scream outside like, oh, that's weird. Or they're also experiencing some horrendous stuff, and no one still is taught. Jade's the only one that really shares anything. And I'm getting tired of Tabitha. I'd be like, no, I can't talk about it. No, I can't talk about it.
You're missing you don't have enough no's. It's no, I can't.
They're still holding on to the reasoning behind that, being like, well, Sarah heard voices and she tried to kill a kid, so everyone's afraid. But I'm like, too much has happened. Too many crazy things have happened that are verifiable in reality, that multiple people have seen and experienced. So feels like we should start explaining things that are happening to everyone.
Yes.
And it seems like Boyd's going to try and do that. It might end up with a bunch of people getting killed.
They start a town meeting, and then Boyd says, all right, listen up. And then it just goes 2 hours later. It's like, and that's basically it. And everyone's like, oh, okay, yeah, we're going to go into the tunnels. Like, they all get brought to speed. If Boyd only told you Jade was tripping on mushrooms and now we found a door downstairs and we think it leads to a way out of here, but we need the bones of children, and you haven't experienced what they did and no one's been telling you jack shit, would you do it?
The bones of children.
We got to go dig up these kid bones in order to get out of this town and be like, have fun. Have fun with that guy.
Oh my God.
I'm going to be over here with my talisman children in my house.
Let's hear from Roger. Roger, hey, has anyone seen Roger anywhere?
Yeah, he's just looking like a doll in the shed. Yeah.
I see everybody else came back. No one's like, hey, where's the guy that was in that room?
Exactly. Yeah. No one's asking questions. No one cares about Tilly. No one cares about certain things. They're just like on vacation, having the time of their lives. I would actually love if someone would, out of nowhere, a background character would come out and say like, oh, I've been seeing this the whole time. Like, that would be great and more realistic.
It's frustrating. we need a background character only episode.
Yeah. Yes, I would love that.
I was walking through the woods. I saw this old skinny man transform into a teenage girl. I don't know if that's relevant at all. I thought I'd bring it up eventually.
Thanks,
That's
Gregory.
so good.
Was it? I feel like I haven't seen you here before, but welcome.
Is that the car the man in the yellow suit came here in?
Yeah.
What kind of clues are we looking for?
Final scene of the trailer, we have Ethan, Tabitha, and Victor walking up to the car. They find the car that the man in yellow originally came in when Victor was, younger and in the last cycle. They open up the trunk. We don't see if there's anything in the trunk, but then Victor goes into the dashboard and finds a brown bag, and we see him sitting there. He's kind of in shock, almost the same vibe as when he found the clothes, and he opens it up and grabs his mouth. So I'm wondering, what's in the bag, Victor?
What is in the
bag?
What the fuck is in the bag? I think it could be proof or like something. It could, I don't know. Could it be something related to Eloise? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe something that proves Sophia is someone. Maybe it's a picture of her or like of the man in yellow. I don't know. But I feel like for it to affect him like that, it'd have to be something related to his family, no?
Yes, I agree. I think it's something of his sister or his mother's.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's Eloise's though, because they've already been dropping little clues, but they haven't dropped one recently. They, after the license plate. And if we are going to have a reveal of her, they need to remind the viewers about her.
Yeah.
Right. And we haven't heard anything and seen anything. Even the scene where Henry was belligerently drunk and he's like, remember when we were family, we'd all sing, me, your mom, you. No mention of Eloise. What the fuck? Like he knows he has her. Like he doesn't mention her at all. Weird. So they have to have a callback. So I am totally thinking it's got to be something to do with Eloise.
That's fucked. He doesn't say her name.
I was like, did he just forget it and they just didn't catch it? There's no, nothing on this show is a coincidence or a fault. Like maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but they haven't fucked up yet. So I'm thinking it has to be intentional. So since they haven't mentioned her, but they showed us that license plate, almost like we're supposed to forget, probably to give us even more shock and awe. I'm like, oh my God, that's right. Oh my God. Like, so it can mean something.
I think Eloise jumped through the faraway tree and is displaced through time. She is a 50-year-old spinster somewhere in 1692 or something. But good call on Victor finding something of hers in the car. That could be possible. Like, what else would make him react like that? It's either something of Eloise or his mom's. And you're right. They need to remind us that, hey, this Eloise thread is still being dangled around. It'd be pretty cool if they've been holding on to that for 4 seasons, only for Eloise to be a big part in season 5. I think in order to play that off, it'd be cool to somehow get Henry to be reunited with his daughter, but maybe he won't. I don't see how, if she is lost in time, how you mirror those two things up unless he jumps in the faraway tree. Or the other thing is Eloise is dead. And we're going to get confirmation that she died.
The only other thing I think it could be is maybe the original man in yellow showed up with another person that Victor had forgotten about and he remembers. Maybe it's like proof that Victor had seen Sophia at some other point. I would really like the Eloise payoff though, because it's been building for a long time. Multiple seasons, it's been hinted at and breadcrumbed along the way. So it would be nice to have that payoff. It feels like they really are enjoying Sophia in the cast. So I'm thinking we probably won't get the reveal that she is the man in yellow until next season, I would assume. Like she's going to make it through to the end of this season, hopefully.
Maybe. I don't think she's on the cast list for every episode.
Ooh.
That was on a live stream that I was on, and they had revealed that she is not on for the entire season. We don't know what episode she's not going to be on, but that was the biggest clue that everybody's theorizing during episode 5, that clearly she's not going to be around the whole season. Somebody's going to figure her out. So we're trying to figure out who is going to figure her out. That was like the point of the live.
That could be a part of his plan as well. If everyone finds out that the big boss of the entire town has been disguised as a person the whole time, there's like no better way to get everyone to turn on each other.
Yep. And Xander, somebody said, I actually like if the man in yellow the first time came into town with someone else, and if it was anyone, it's going to be Tom the barkeep.
Tom was riding shotgun.
Boom. It all circles back to Tom.
I would love that so much.
I know.
We need to make an It Was Tom shirt. I wonder how that guy's doing, just reading Reddit threads like, aw, they still remember me. And that is the trailer for episode 7. We are very excited. We will be covering the next episode. So if you're interested, hit the subscribe button below. If you have any theories about what you think is going to happen in the next episode, I have a very interesting one about Donna dying and seeing what happens in the town. So if you want to hear all about that, check out our theory video. It'll come out later this week before episode 7. And come back next week to check out our episode 7 coverage. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Stay nerdy. Yay.